shit, yeah, they breath stank. Walk up in the club, dripping like I'm fresh paint. I can see through the facade like an...
What's going on, fight fans? It's another great day when you love MMA. Welcome back to Mad Matty Fight Talk. So we got another big fight card going down this weekend. It's going down August 5th in Nashville, Tennessee at the Bridgestone Arena. And we have a huge headlining fight between two really badass 135ers. It says it's going to be a catchweight fight. So I'm assuming it's going to be between 138 and 140. I don't know. I'm not too sure exactly what's going on with that. But it's going to be between number 4 versus number 7. Corey Sandhagen versus Rob Font. This is going to be a very exciting fight. Both of these guys are really outstanding strikers. But we've been starting to see a lot more of the wrestling side of Corey Sandhagen, which he's implemented in his last few fights, and he's looked really good doing it. He did it against Marlon Vera, and he's done it against Song Yadong, and he's really elevated his game. Now, Rob Font had a really nice comeback. He was on a 2-fight losing streak. He lost to Jose Aldo and Chito Vera, and then he bounced back with a nasty knockout over Adrian Yanez. So Rob Font, he's right there, man. Number 7, trying to move himself back into the title contention. Corey Sandhagen is on the doorstep of a title shot. These are two of my favorite fighters in this division, and I'm really excited for this fight. It's going to be a barn burner. You got 16-4 Sandhagen taking on 20-6 Rob Font, 5'11 versus 5'8. Now, I think that's where it's going to play a little bit of a factor on the defensive side of Sandhagen. He's going to be able to get away from some of those punches, although Rob Font does have a longer reach of 71.5 inches. Now, Rob Font, he's got 9 wins by knockout, 9 wins by submission, and 9 first-round finishes. The dude is an absolute monster. And you got Corey Sandhagen on the other side, who has 7 wins by knockout, 3 wins by submission, 6 first-round finishes. Now, the thing about this fight is Corey Sandhagen, he's riding a big wave of success. He's had really good success implementing new game plans and making it work for him. He's wrestled against Song Yadong and outstruck him. Song Yadong's a really good fighter. Chito Vera, who everybody thought should have got a title shot or should have been right in the title shot talks, ended up eliminating him and neutralizing him. I think Sandhagen is knocking on the door of a title shot. Now, Rob Font could spoil that party and get himself right into that mix if he can get a knockout over Corey Sandhagen. And I think he's going to need a knockout to win this fight. Rob Font has excellent striking, very crisp boxing, throws nasty combinations. We saw what he did to Adrian Yanez, and if you haven't, you need to go check that out. But Sandhagen is going to mix it up. He's very dynamic. We saw the nasty flying knee that he had where he knocked out Frankie Edgar. He throws crazy things. He has nice elbows. He has good takedown defense. I think he's going to mix it up a lot more than Rob Font, and I think he's going to be able to implement his game plan over 5 rounds. So I have Corey Sandhagen winning this fight. I think he's going to win a 5-round decision. And I think, honestly, the first 3 rounds are going to be very telling. If he chooses to stand up with Font, Font's definitely got the ability to catch him, especially with that long-ass reach. And he might, and Font's good at getting in and out. So Sandhagen needs to close the gap with his wrestling. He needs to neutralize Font and keep doing what he's been doing. And I think he's going to have himself another victory. Now, if Font cracks him, he could put him out. But I think this is going to go 5 rounds, and I think Corey Sandhagen's going to win a very close 5-round decision. It could be split. I don't know, because I do believe Rob Font has the power to do some damage, but I got Sandhagen controlling the action. Now we move into the co-main event, which is another big fight between the former champion Jessica Andrade taking on Tatiana Suarez. This is going to be a very interesting fight. Jessica Andrade is a very powerful little ball of fury, but she's taking on the undefeated 10-0 Tatiana Suarez, who is she got the height and she got the reach advantage on her in this fight. Now, I'm curious to see what the game plan is going in. Andrade is coming off of 2 big losses, got absolutely starched against Erin Blanchfield, and then she got knocked out versus Janan, or whatever her name is. I forget her name, but she got counter right hooked and slept. So I'm curious to see if she can bounce back from that. She kind of throws caution to the wind later on in her career, and I'm very curious to why she does that, because she's a very tough fighter, very durable, but Tatiana Suarez is no joke. The chick's undefeated. I just don't think she's faced competition quite on the level of Jessica Andrade. Andrade just fought everybody, and she's had success against a lot of people. She was the champ. She lost the champs. She's very durable. She's looking like she's a little bit easier to knock out these days, but I think Jessica Andrade, with her experience, she's got 9 wins by knockout, 8 wins by submissions, and 11 first-round finishes. That's pretty good considering the fact that she's fought a lot of top 10 competition. Now, Suarez is on a 10-fight win streak, 2 wins by knockout, 5 wins by submission. It's going to be rough. I think Suarez, she's in for a rude awakening. I think Jessica Andrade is going to make this a bounce-back fight, and she's going to put a nasty stain on Tatiana Suarez's record. I see Jessica Andrade definitely getting the job done if she can stuff the takedowns. If she can keep Suarez off of her, and she's a big grappler and very strong, it's going to be rough. But if she lands combinations when that girl is coming in, when Suarez is coming in to take her down, I think she's going to put her ass out cold. I want to see Jessica Andrade bounce back. I got my money on her winning this fight. She needs to win this fight. She's going to be on a 3-fight losing streak, and she's going to be a halfway to what Tony Ferguson currently is. So I got Jessica Andrade winning. I'm not so super confident in that. I'm assuming this fight's going to stand up, and I think she's going to stuff the takedowns. So I'm going to put my money on her. Now moving to the light heavyweight division. This fight I'm really, really excited for. It's between two big light heavyweight bangers. It's number 14, Dustin Jacoby, taking on number 15, Kennedy Nzechukwu. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but that Nigerian motherfucker is an absolute hammer. Dustin Jacoby's very durable. This is one really good matchup, and I'm very curious to see how this fight plays out. Nzechukwu showed a lot of growth. That kid's really, really come a long way. He's 12-3 right now, and he's riding some big victories. He just knocked out Ian Kuntalaba with a flying knee, I believe. It was something crazy like that. But that kid's been tearing through the division, and he gets better and better every fight. And he is a big dude, 6'5", with an 83-inch reach. He's going to be taking on the 18-7-1 Dustin Jacoby, 6'3", with a 76-inch reach. Now, Jacoby's no joke, man. That guy's extremely tough. He has 11 wins by knockout, 11 first-round finishes. And he's durable, man. He's smart. He fights good. And then you got Nzechukwu, 8 wins by knockout, 2 first-round finishes. But this is going to be very telling of who is on the rise of becoming that next contender. Because I feel like both of these guys are right there, stepping their way into the top 10 and becoming a serious problem for the rest of that division. Personally, if I had to put my money on it, I like Jacoby. I actually like both of these guys. This is my favorite fight on the card. And I'm going to take Kennedy Nzechukwu winning this fight by knockout. I think it's going to be a second-round knockout because that kid, his takedown defense is tough. He shows a lot of toughness in the fights, and he has heavy-ass hands. And he's getting more diverse in his striking. That's a scary motherfucker for that division. Dustin Jacoby's tough, man, but I think that Nzechukwu going to put those hands on him, and he's going to end the fight. So I got Kennedy winning that fight by a second-round knockout. Then we move to the featherweight division. We got Diego Lopes. I'm not sure exactly how you say his name, but the kid's a monster, taking on Gavin Tucker. This is going to be a very interesting matchup. Now, we all saw Movsar Evloff, whatever his name is. He was supposed to be fighting Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell dropped out. This guy, Diego, stepped in and gave Movsar an absolute run for his money. Now, if I'm saying these guys' names wrong, hit me in the comments, let me know. Also, if you like my content, don't forget, subscribe, hit me with the like. Really helps my channel out, guys. I really appreciate the support. But yeah, we all saw what happened, man. Diego came in there and gave Movsar an absolute run for his money. The kid's 21-6, taking on the 13-2 Gavin Tucker. Both of these guys are coming off of losses, so both of them are going to want to bounce back. Now, Lopes is 5'11", taking on Tucker, who's 5'6", and he's going to have the reach advantage with 72.5 inches to 66 inches. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens here because Diego, 8 wins by knockout, 11 wins by submission, and 12 first-round finishes. That guy's pace that he fights at and the skill level he has on the ground is very tough to deal with for anybody in that division. And if you're doing that to a guy like Movsar or Evloff on like a 2-week notice or a 1-week notice or whatever crazy amount of time that was, I'm scared of you and I feel bad for your competition. Now, Gavin Tucker, 4 wins by knockout, 6 wins by submission, 3 by decision. The dude's tough, man. He's a really good record, and I just don't see him getting the job done, man. He's very good. Gavin Tucker's a very good fighter, very well-rounded, but Lopes is just one step ahead on the chart for me. I think his grappling is so good, and his pace is so intense. The kid fights with tenacity. I think he's going to be a rising star and a contender very soon. So I got Diego winning this fight, and I think he's going to put it away. Oh, man, I think this might be a first-round finish. I think he's going to submit Gavin Tucker, seriously. This guy is, if he fights like how he fought against Evloff, I think this is going to be a very quick fight for him. So I got Diego Lopes winning this fight by first-round submission. Now we move back to the light heavyweight division, where you got Tanner Boser taking on Aleksa Camur. I'm not sure how you say it. Look, I'm not a great name sayer, right? You guys know this by now. But we got Tanner Boser, 20-10-1, taking on the 6-2, very young newcomer, Aleksa Camur. I'm not sure exactly how you say this kid's name, but he's got 5 wins by knockout and 1 win by decision. So he is a finisher, and he's looking to get the job done against Boser. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in this fight. Tanner Boser also has 11 wins by knockout, 2 wins by submission, and 4 first-round finishes. Boser's very experienced. He's got 31 fights as a professional athlete, and this kid has 8 fights as a professional athlete. But I love that he finishes fights, and he finishes them early. So I'm going to take the newcomer. I'm going to take this young kid, Aleksa Camur, winning this fight. I think he's going to get a knockout victory. Boser leaves openings, and I think Aleksa Camur or Camur... Look, correct me in the comments, guys. I don't know. I'm trying to say it right. I honestly don't know this guy that well. But I think this kid's going to get a knockout victory. I think it's going to be a second-round knockout. The Nashville crowd's going to be going crazy. And obviously, we saw what happened in Salt Lake. It sets up big-time performances, and that is what we're going to get. Aleksa's going to get the knockout second round. Now, for the main card opener, we got Ignacio Bahamondes taking on Ludovit Klein. This is going to be a really interesting fight at 155. You got 14-4 Bahamondes taking on 19-4-1 Klein. Man, I'm very curious to see how this fight's going to play out. And also, Bahamondes has an insane height advantage. This kid's 6'3", fighting at 155. That is absolutely terrifying. I mean, 6'3" versus 5'7", that's pretty insane to me. And Ignacio has 9 wins by knockout, 1 win by submission, 6 first-round finishes. The guy pushes the pace. He's long, has really good striking, knows what he's doing when he's in there. And these Chile fighters, man, they're really making a come-up in the UFC here. Now, Klein, on the other hand, 8 wins by knockout, 8 wins by submissions, 9 first-round finishes. This guy might be small, but he lives up to his nickname, which is Mr. Highlight. I don't know, man. This is a tough one to pick. I like both of these guys, and I think this is going to be an absolute barn burner. But I'm going to go with the 3-round decision for Ignacio Bahamondes. I like the way that guy fights. I mean, Klein is very tough, dude, and he lands punches, he lands takedowns and submissions, and he's one of the more well-rounded fighters that's in the, not in the upper echelon of the division yet. These guys are both going to be top contenders soon. They're both going to be exploding on to the scene into the top 15, but I think Ignacio is going to get there first. I think he's going to get a 3-round decision in what is possibly going to be fight of the night. If Sandhagen and Font go 5 rounds, that'll be fight of the night. But these two motherfuckers are about to throw down, and I cannot wait. So I'm taking Ignacio winning by a 3-round decision. Now, guys, those are my picks. That's who I got winning these fights. Don't forget to hit me in the comments. Let me know who you guys are taking, and let's argue about it, man. I love talking about fighting. Hit me with the like, hit me with the subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified when I drop more content. It really helps my channel, man. I really appreciate all of you guys who support me. And yeah, I'll see you guys very soon on the next one.
Haters talking shit, yeah, they breath stank. Walk up in the club dripping like I'm fresh paint. I can see through the facade like an